In the big and beautiful city of Lomé, there lived a young, pretty girl named Angel. Sadly, when Angel was 13 years old, her parents died in a car accident along with her older siblings, so she was forced to move in with her uncle. Angel's uncle was her late father's only brother, and as her only surviving family member, he had no other choice than to take her in and care for her. Unfortunately, even though Angel's uncle had a big heart full of love for Angel, his wife was different. For some reason, Angel's uncle's wife didn't like Angel, and she hated the idea of Angel moving in with them. The first few weeks after Angel moved in, her uncle's wife pretended like she loved her, but as time passed, she turned Angel into her live-in maid. Whenever Angel's uncle was out of town for business, she would maltreat Angel and even starve her at times. The worst part was that Angel never did anything to deserve the hate. She was such an obedient child, and she respected other people's boundaries. Even when Angel noticed that her uncle's wife didn't love her, she tried her best to please her, hoping to win her heart. But no matter what she did, nothing changed. 2 years after Angel moved in with her uncle, something unexpected happened. Angel, did you touch that plate of food I covered in the kitchen? Yes, Auntie. I ate it. I thought it was for me. You must be very stupid, she said, and then she slapped her. You know what? I have had enough of you. Get out of my house right now! But I don't have anywhere else to go. Look at me. Do I look like I care? Eh? I don't care if you go join your parents in their graves. All I know is that you are leaving my house today. Auntie, please. Please, I'm sorry for eating the food. Please. You want the neighbors to hear my voice, Abby? You are doing this so they can say I'm a wicked woman. Auntie, please. I'm sorry. Please. She begged, but all her pleas fell on deaf ears. That day, Angel ended up moving out of her uncle's house because she knew that if she didn't leave before night, her aunt would lock her up in a room and give her the beatings of her life. With nowhere to go, Angel roamed the streets for days. She slept in odd places like the market, public parks, and even under bridges. Then for feeding, she would either beg people for money or she would find food from trash cans. Angel knew that even if she attempted to go home, her aunt wouldn't let her inside the house. Meanwhile, when Angel's uncle returned to see that Angel was not at home, his wife told him that Angel had packed her bags and ran away, so it was better if they let her learn from her experience. Although Angel's uncle didn't like the idea of Angel sleeping on the street, especially at her age, he bought his wife's idea and soon they forgot about Angel. As time passed, Angel realized that she could not survive on the streets through begging and eating from trash cans. Also, she figured she needed a place to sleep because the worst nights were rainy nights and cold nights. Luckily for her, while trying to survive on the streets and not get into trouble, she met a young girl named Dido. Dido was also a street girl, but she was younger and way smarter than Angel. Since Dido barely had friends, she allowed Angel move into her small, tacky apartment, and soon their relationship grew strong. Because Dido was doing better financially than Angel was, Dido took care of their feeding, clothing, and other basic needs for months until she couldn't anymore. Although Angel did not like Dido's kind of work, she still benefited greatly from her in terms of accommodation and feeding. Angel, you cannot continue living here like this. You need to do something. Something like what? If you're trying to convince me to sell my body to those old men and touts, I won't. I'd rather sleep hungry than sleep with them for food. So, I'm the stupid one, right? I go around sleeping with men for chicken change while you cross your legs and enjoy the benefits. Sometimes I really wonder if you are the older one or I'm the older one because you sound stupid at times. Dido, you have started. How many times have we had this same conversation? Look, Angel, the rent is almost due. And if we keep going the way we are going, we will be homeless in a few days. If I wasn't taking care of you, I would have saved up enough money for my rent by now. So whatever it is you want to do, you have to do it fast, or else you will have to find somewhere else to live. She said, and then she left the room. That wasn't the first time Angel and Dido had talked about Angel's joblessness. But this time, it really got to Angel because she didn't want to be homeless. I know what to do. I will go to that restaurant down the street and assist them. I should be paid at the end of the day. She soliloquized. Just like she said, Angel went to the restaurant down her street and the owner agreed for her to serve other customers and wash the dishes too. After a long day of running around to serve the customers and washing the dishes, Angel got paid and with excitement, she took the money home. Since Dido usually came home late at night, Angel waited for Dido so she could present the money. Welcome, Dido. I thought about what you said today and I decided to do something. Have this, she said excitedly as she handed the 500 sefa to Dido. 500 sefa? What am I supposed to do with this? Immediately Angel heard that. Her smile faded. Add this to the rent money, she said in a shaky voice. Without saying another word to Angel, Dido burst into laughter. You've got to be kidding me. You are joking, right? Our rent is over 30,000 per month and you brought a measly 500. Is this a joke to you? I'm sorry. I didn't know. How will you know when you have been living here rent-free for months? Do you have an idea of how much work I do daily to gather that amount of money? Eh? I don't know what you did to get this money, but whatever it is, it's not enough. When Angel heard that, her heart broke and she was completely shattered. The following day, Angel went to the restaurant pretty early to help, hoping that her pay would increase. But at the end of the day, she got the same pay. I don't understand, Ma. You gave me the same amount I got yesterday. Didn't you see that sales was slow today? You should even be glad I gave you this much. Go and ask your colleagues how much they got. Please, add something, Ma. I really need this money. This is not fair. I have been working for more than 10 hours and I deserve better. Young lady, let me make things clear. I pay my workers a little bit less than what I gave you. Normally I wouldn't have allowed you work here, but because of how you begged me yesterday. Since you think this is too small, please do not come back tomorrow. I already have enough workers here. No, ma'am. Please, it has not gotten to that. I am happy with what you have given me. Thank you for your help so far, but this is the last time I want to see you in my kitchen. When Angel saw that the woman had made up her mind, she took her money and left quietly. Unlike the other days where Dido returned home late, that day, Dido was home early, and as soon as she saw Angel walk through the door, she knew something was wrong. What's wrong? Why the long face? I just got sacked, she said as she handed her entire pay to Dido. The job you got yesterday? What happened? After spending hours at her restaurant, she paid the same amount she paid yesterday and when I complained, she told me not to come back. Sadly, instead of consoling Angel like she had expected, Dido burst into laughter. What's funny? Why are you laughing? Look, Angel, you are very beautiful. I don't know why you are wasting your beauty in that woman's local restaurant. Eh? Sometimes I really wonder if you are in your right senses. Because if I was as beautiful as you are, men would be falling at my feet.
I don't understand. What are you trying to say?
Join me, Angel. Why don't you join me? The 500 sefa you are struggling to make in a day is what you could be given for a bottle of drink. You can make as much as 20,000 a day if you play your cards right.
But Dido, I've heard so many horror stories about call girls and I don't want anything to happen to me. Also, I made a promise to my parents that I would always live an upright life.
Oh, please. What's so good about living an upright life in poverty? In case you have forgotten, you do not have a house. You are living in my house and I could wake up any morning and decide to throw you out. See, girl, if we join forces together, we could have better lives and move into a better apartment where we don't have to worry about our rooms flooding when it rains or the wind blowing off our roof.
You still don't get it.
No, you are the one who doesn't get it. You will die in poverty if you do not do something about your life. If we had completed our secondary school education, I would say there are chances of us getting an average job. But right now, there's no hope for that.
If I join you, how often do I have to sleep with men? Our rent is getting due and I don't want us to be homeless. Right now, this house is the only good thing going on in my life.
That's up to you. It's your body, so however you want to use it, it is up to you. So, does that mean you will join me?
She added, and Angel nodded.
Thank God. Finally. You were really getting on my nerves, though. But I'm happy you are acting your age now. That reminds me. There's a birthday party I have been invited to. I heard it's a big man's party. And there will be a lot of rich people. So, you will have to follow me tomorrow.
What will I wear? I don't have nice clothes like you.
Don't worry about clothes for now. You can wear mine. What's most important is that you find someone who likes you.
So what happens when I find someone that likes me? Do I follow him immediately?
No. Because you are a beautiful woman, you have to play hard to get. Also, since the event will be full of big people and rich men, you will have to act classy. Don't worry, I will teach you everything, especially how to flirt while still acting classy. Since the birthday party was the following day, Dido used that evening and the next day to teach Angel everything she needed to know. She also gave Angel a very beautiful and slightly revealing dress. Then the two friends left for the party. About an hour after Angel and Dido got to the party location, a man in his late 50s approached Angel and began talking to her. At the end of the night, Angel returned home with the man and he paid her 50,000 for her company, which was way more than what they needed for rent and their other basic needs.
I cannot believe this is real,
she said to Dido while she was counting the money. You see, this is what I have been trying to tell you. See what you have been missing. You would have had to work for 100 days at that restaurant to get this. When Angel finally realized how much money she could make from sleeping with men, she slowly forgot her values and became more interested in living the expensive, lavish lifestyle she always dreamed of. Slowly, she began sleeping with more men for money, and in the twinkling of an eye, her life and Dido's life transformed. For the night?
Sure, at the right price.
Unknown to her, following the path of prostitution would expose her to the most inhuman incident that would change her life forever. Watch out for part 2. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below.
Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. As time passed, Angel got better and better in her new business, and she made a lot of money from it. In fact, Angel made so much money that they were able to relocate out of their small room to a luxury 2-bedroom flat. Ha! Is this us? Ha! Babe! When Dido saw how lucky Angel was with men and how they didn't waste time on spending on her, she had an idea. One evening, while Angel and Dido were having dinner, Dido shared the idea she had been brooding over. Angel, there is something important I want to discuss with you. Now that you are familiar with this line of work, I think it's in our best interest that you do this. What's that? There's a powerful witch doctor I want to take you to. He will give you something to put on your tongue, so that whatever you ask from any man, he will give it to you. Is that not juju? I cannot do juju, oh. Relax, Angel. It's not juju. Just think of it as a tool to make your job easier. You are already very beautiful, and so far, see what your beauty has gotten us. But with time, we will get used to these things, and that's not what I want. But what we have is okay. We have a beautiful roof over our heads. We have food and are not worrying about what we'll eat tomorrow. Girl, please stop thinking like that. Don't you see some of those big girls with beautiful cars? Don't you want to get there? Don't you want to own houses and businesses as you grow in this business? I see them, but I think it's all about luck. Maybe those girls have rich men who are sponsoring them. Luck? My dear, this business is not a game of luck. If you depend on luck alone, you will die without a client. See, I know you do not want to get your hands dirty, but I assure you, this is not what you think it is. Then what is it? It's our ticket to our dream life. I know the man who will do it for you. He learned it from his forefathers and he cannot lie to us. Since it's so good, why don't you do it? I would have, but it would be of no use. You are more beautiful, and speaking of luck, you have more luck with men than I do in this business. So if we do this, I will get whatever I demand from men? Yes. Once you apply the powder to your tongue, whatever you demand from men, they will give it to you, without causing any harm to them or myself. No, you will not cause any physical harm, but you will cause a lot of harm to their account balance. You, eh? Alright, if you are so sure, then let's do it. That's my girl. Soon, we will blind our enemies in this town. They should get ready to be sick of us, oh. 2 days after Dido and Angel had that conversation, Dido took Angel to the powerful witch doctor. As soon as they arrived at the witch doctor's temple, they met him sitting there, and he ordered them to drop some money inside a small earthen pot. After Dido explained what they wanted, the witch doctor brought out a small bag of sugar from one of his big pots, and he handed it to Angel.
Have this! It will give you a sweet tongue. Whenever you want to meet a big client, or you want money from any man, just drop a pinch of this sugar on your tongue, and all of your demands will be met.
Baba, I hope this does not have any side effects.
No, it doesn't. With this, you have nothing to be worried about. But know that whenever this finishes, you will pay again to get more.
There's no problem. I will do that, she said. Then she and Dido thanked the witch doctor and left. That same evening, since Angel had an appointment with one of her biggest repeat clients, she decided to put her latest tool to test. Before leaving her house, Angel took a pinch of the sugar and sprinkled it on her tongue. Upon getting to the hotel room where the man was waiting for her, Angel started making demands. Daddy, before we get down to the reason I'm here, I would like to ask for something. It has been bothering me for a while now, and I really need your help.
What is it, my angel? Say it and consider it done.
Really? I want to start a business, but I still need some money to import my goods.
How much do you need?
When Angel heard that, she was shocked. I think around 500,000 sefa.
500,000? That's a lot. But I'll give it to you. Actually, this money was supposed to be for my wife's business and my children's school fees. But they can wait.
When Angel heard that the man would give her the money, she could not believe her ears. Thank you, Daddy. She said as she hugged the man tightly. Just as the man had promised, after he had a good time with Angel, he transferred the 500,000 sefa to her account, and Angel went home with more money than she had expected. Upon seeing that her sweet tongue had worked, Angel continued to use it on other rich men, and every time she asked for something, she would get it without stress. As a result of this, in no time, Angel and Dido's life skyrocketed in terms of lavish living and expensive lifestyle. Angel also started a lucrative business, and she bought herself her dream car. With her new life upgrade, Angel began getting access to the elites of the country. She would be invited to private birthday parties, and sometimes her rich clients would take her out of the country for vacation. For more than 3 years, Angel enjoyed her lavish lifestyle, and she never had issues with any of her clients until something happened. One day, Angel was scrolling through Instagram when she got a message request from a man named Jackson. Since most of her clients also came from Instagram, Angel rushed to check out his page, and she was very impressed with what she saw. Not only was Jackson her ideal client, he also matched the kind of lifestyle she loved. From the pictures, Angel saw that Jackson loved to party, eat at expensive places, travel the world, and he had a great taste for cars. Without wasting time, Angel responded to Jackson's message and they started chatting. After a few days of chatting, Jackson invited Angel to come pay him a visit at Accra, where he was visiting some of his friends.
Babe, why would you want to ditch Chief to go and see this guy you have not met before?
I'll reschedule with Chief. I'm sure he will understand. Besides, this guy is young and loaded. Think of all the nice things I can get from him.
I don't know why I'm not comfortable with this trip. Please, be careful.
You worry too much. Don't worry, I will be fine. And I'll even bring you goodies. With that, she took off to see Jackson in Ghana. When Angel arrived at the apartment Jackson and his friends stayed at, she was blown away by the calm and beautiful aesthetics. She was also impressed by the beautiful cars, drinks, and their lifestyle. As usual, Angel got down to business, and she had a great time with Jackson and his friends. She really enjoyed their company because they spoiled her silly, took her clubbing, shopping, and they did other fun stuff together. On the agreed day Angel was supposed to return to Togo, Jackson begged her not to leave, and he promised to give her whatever she asked for. When Angel heard that, she got greedy and decided to stay back with Jackson and his friends, which was unlike her. For the next 1 month, Angel stayed with Jackson and they had so much fun. Sensing that something was not right, Dido begged Angel to return home, but Angel refused to listen.
True to his words, Jackson paid Angel every day, and he also gave her everything she asked for. Because of all the money and gifts Angel had received from Jackson, she believed she had hit a jackpot, not knowing that something bad would happen soon. Precisely after 1 month and week of staying with Jackson, something unexpected happened. Around 3 a.m. one morning, Angel, Jackson and his friends were returning from the club when they got pulled over by a police car. It happened that because Jackson was slightly drunk, he had passed the speed limit for that road, so Angel thought that was the reason the police car stopped them. To handle the situation, Jackson and his friends left the car to speak with the policeman while Angel remained in the car. Suddenly, Angel heard a gunshot, and when she looked through the window, she saw one of Jackson's friends laying on the floor. Babe, they are not the police. Run! Jackson said to Angel in a shaky voice. But before Angel could get out of the car, one of the men dressed as a police officer pointed a gun at her.
We will kill you right now if you do not give us all the money you have.
I will give you everything I have. Please, let her go, Jackson said in a shaky voice.
If I hear one word from you, I will scatter your brains. Do you think I'm here to play lover boy?
Please, I don't have any money on me.
If we open your phone, are you saying we will not find anything?
Babe, give them whatever you have, please, so they don't hurt you.
Charlie, say you dey whine me? One more word from you, and you will join your ancestors.
The man said, and then he shot Jackson's left shoulder. When Angel saw that, she peed in her pants, and with shaky hands, she transferred all of her money to the man. Funnily enough, they had bank accounts from different countries, including dollar accounts.
Now, I will count from 1 to 5, and if you are still here, this will be your last day on earth, oh!
As soon as Angel heard that, she got up and ran as far as her legs could carry her. As she got a little farther from that point, she heard 2 gunshots, but because she was so scared, she didn't turn back to look. She just kept running and assumed that the 2 shots were the end of Jackson and his friend. That same morning, once it was done, Angel took the next available bus to Togo. She didn't even bother returning to the apartment she stayed at to pack her things because she didn't want to answer any questions. When Angel finally arrived at Togo, she told Dido everything that had happened and how she narrowly escaped death. Even though Dido was mad at Angel for staying with a stranger for that long, she still sympathized with her friend and thanked God for bringing her home safely. Unknown to Angel, everything that had happened to her was planned, and Jackson was the mastermind behind it. The truth is, Angel was not the only one Jackson had played like that. He had done it to many women. Jackson would invite rich women from other countries, spend on them and spoil them for weeks. Then he would stage a robbery to get back every dime he spent on them, plus their own money. Knowing that the women would not go back to their hotel rooms or apartment after the robbery incident, he would go and sell their properties too. Sadly, because of her greed, Angel fell victim to his trap and she lost everything she had worked for. After that incident, Angel vowed never to spend more than a night with any man, no matter how rich he was. Though it took her a while to get back on her feet, she eventually returned to her lifestyle, but this time, she was more careful. The end. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.